All righty. So welcome and thanks everybody for joining in. As I was kind of saying before I did the recording, I started putting together a weekly live cooking demo. A lot of people miss the days of when we were doing in-home parties, and they kind of miss that where you can actually talk to each other. So through Zoom or another, like even FaceTime or whatever, it's just a kind of like the next best thing. So if you guys have questions, you guys can ask me. If it were like Facebook Live, which is why I hate Facebook, so I try not to use that too much. You guys would have to post questions, and then I'd have to stop what I was doing and squint and try to look and see what the questions were. So this way you guys can just stop me, whatever, and ask questions. So briefly, I'm just gonna say welcome to my kitchen. No, I normally do not have things all nice and pretty right here. There's like a dirty sink full of dishes behind me. There's stuff on the table over there. But I put together a couple of things. I got some feedback from some of the guests that were joining into the parties, and some of them were talking about had picked the topic and table, ways to entertain at home. It's Easter week. There's a lot of people. I don't know if you guys are having company or going anywhere, but I just wanted to show off a couple of products real quick to show you what we have. If you guys aren't familiar with them, which I'm sure you guys probably are, our Cool and Serve collections. Are you guys familiar with them? Yes. Oh, okay. So we have multiple ones. Let me see, in this collection. So the Cool and Serve collection, this is just our small one right here. It's plastic and it's heavy duty BPA free plastic. So there's multiple things that you can do with this. This is the small one. There is a flat insert that goes in there that I keep in my freezer at all times. So when I need to make something, whether it is putting chips and dip or salsa and guacamole or hummus and veggies, fruit, whatever I want to put in here, I can put that tray in the very, very bottom, put this on top, cover this, and then it will stay cold for 4 to 6 hours. So it's really, really nice if you're entertaining in your house. Believe me, this is my island in my kitchen where I have my cooktop. When I have company, which is quite often, I throw a tablecloth right across it, so that way I don't have to clean my stove. And I have all of my products out because, especially in the summertime, you don't want your stuff getting warm when it's supposed to be cold. So we have the small one. We have the regular size one, which is quite beat up. Looks kind of nasty in there, but it has been through all sorts of stuff. I've taken it on vacation with me, and we even take these. We have a pool, so we take these out and we fill things up and we put them on boogie boards, and then we call it a floating charcuterie board. So this one here actually has the glare off the top of there has some egg inserts. So you can flip over one of the other inserts and I can put deviled eggs. I don't cook, I don't host on Easter. We go to one of my sister-in-laws, but I'm making deviled eggs. So I will probably be putting them or at least transporting them anyway in my Cool Insert trays. So let me move these out of the way. And the last one in this clear collection is the 9x13. So it's a 9x13, same as a regular one. You can not bake a cake, sorry. You can do like a frozen or chilled cake or a mousse or some type of chilled dessert that you want to put in there. And there was one that was a lemon coconut icebox cake or something, and it was absolutely delicious. Perfect for a family reunion, which is what I took it to. So we also have our insulated serving bowls. So I talked about keeping things cold. These serving bowls, this one is ginormous. This one's really, really big. And it comes in the large, the medium, and the small. And they're all sold individually or as a set. I believe it's as a set, sorry. Every time the new season comes out, they change things in the catalog, and it's a lot to keep up with. So the neat thing about this is it will keep things warm for 4 to 6 hours. And not 4 to 6, 2 to 4 hours. Sorry. It'll keep things warm for 2 to 4. But they all have this lid. The lids will all rest on the side of the bowls. So that way, when you're ready to serve, you don't have to figure out where to put the lids. And for me, I don't know about you guys, but I have an awful lot of Pampered Chef products. And they all nest inside of each other, just like this. So I flip that over. I'm going to put this on top, and then I just kind of stick this extra lid off to the side. So we also have the exact same ones, but they're in a navy blue, and we call them the to-go serving ones because the lids will lock closed. So if you're transporting them, going places, you don't have to worry about the lid falling off and all of your stuff spilling all over your floor of your car and stinking, because believe me, I've done that before. So the last product in the Cool and Serve collection, or the insulated collection, is a brand new product that just came out. I'm sure you guys have seen a picture like this before, but what I wanted to show you is it has the same insulated, whatever, I'm drawing a blank on there. It's insulated the same as the others. So it will keep it will keep drinks hot or cold. So if you want to make iced tea or lemonade and you put ice in it, you can take it out to the pool or outside, and the ice isn't going to be melting. It's going to keep it nice and cold. Or you can make a pitcher of margaritas or something fun like that. Or you can even make hot tea or put coffee in here if you're serving a bunch of people, you're having entertaining. I'm hoping that you guys can see this because I boiled water probably around 2:30 this afternoon, and I can still feel it. It's not like hurting me hot, but I can feel the warmth in there. So I'm trying to see popped the steam. You see the steam? Yeah. So I should have released it a little bit first, but it's just plain water in there. But I wanted to show you guys. It was 2:30, so that was 5 hours ago, and it is still. It's not boiling, but it's moving, and it's very full of steam. So that is another thing. So now we're going to go on to, oops. Okay. So I can't flip this over right now, but this is our brand new, it's so pretty. It is our cake plate. So you can use it like this. So you get to use a small and a large, or if you flip it over, and this will be the stand, and then you can do like a cake on the top of it. So I was trying to figure out what to make, and this is just a regular white cake mix, and I used our brownie pan. So if you guys are not familiar, it is wet because I just washed it, but this is our brownie pan. We've had it for 10 years, I believe, at least, but it was just redesigned to come out with this pretty Tiffany blue color that matches the rest of our bakeware. So super easy. And these things, I just popped them right out. I didn't have to worry about it. Regular cake mix. I just did this in the squares instead of cupcakes. Kind of makes it look a little neater, although some of them are like this one. You can see it's kind of like extra giant. Hold on a second. Somebody just joined in. Let me, somebody with a Galaxy phone. Okay, so what I want, whoops, where did I put my towel? Hold on a second. My brownie pan still had a bunch of water in it. So what I wanted to say was, you can spice it up. You can make it a little bit more fun by having different shapes. And you don't have to make brownies in here. You can make cupcakes. You can make, there's some recipes that we have that was individual, like mini lasagnas. You can make mini meatloaves. You can make, last week I actually used the brownie pan and I made breakfast cups. Like, I'm not going to cook dinner at 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night. So I was like, okay. So I prepared breakfast cups, egg whites or eggs and ham and turkey and vegetables and stuff like that. I baked them and then I put them in the fridge, and then my husband and I had prepared breakfast for the next couple of days. So what I'm going to use on these, because I didn't ice them with anything. Do any of you guys have our whipped cream maker?
I do.
So the whipped cream maker was changed as well, just slightly, but it was changed. So if you want to make a 1 to 2 servings or a little bit more of homemade whipped cream, it's super easy, super fast. If I'm making a whole bunch, like I'm not going to ice all of these tonight because then I'll probably eat them all. I don't want to do that. And I don't have room in my refrigerator. So I really just want to put it on like as we're serving it. So let me move these out of the way. And I have to get the main ingredient, which is the whipping cream, which needs to be super, super cold. Just plain whipping cream. So in here, I've got a tablespoon of powdered sugar. You can kind of see on the bottom of it. And you can measure, or why dirty up a measuring cup? There's a built-in line right here that tells you where the whipping cream up to. And then I'll show you the secret ingredient that I could do this. Sorry. All right, so I'm just going to pour this in here. And it has to be really cold, like really, really cold. Because if it doesn't, I'll tell you, I did a cooking party when this first came out. Well, the original first came out. We didn't realize how cold the whipping cream had to be. We made butter. So the secret ingredient that I'm going to actually put in here is the brand new Limoncello Deluxe syrup. So if you know, like coffee syrups and things like that, it's just like that. I don't know if I would want to put this in my coffee, but in a tea, I think it would be delicious if you like the hot teas. So would also be wonderful in, I've also made, a couple weeks ago, I made angel food cake and I made lemon curd and poured that on top, or you could make a lemon glaze with powdered sugar and this. However, I'm just going to put a little bit in here and make lemon whipped cream. Just like that. That's about a tablespoon. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid on. I am making sure that the lid is on here correctly. There we go. And I will tell you, I had hand surgery a few months ago. And so my hand is not correct. My hand is not the best. And I can't get that on there, of course. Okay, there we go. So now all I'm going to do is pump it up and down for about 30 seconds. And you can feel it when it starts to get thicker. Like now it's starting to get thicker. So I can certainly pull out my my deluxe, my stand mixer, which would make a whole, like if I'm making a whole big batch of whipped cream, I'd certainly use it and use my mixer instead. But this, I'm just using a little taste. Oh yes, I can feel it. You get a workout. Now, oops, not yet. Sorry, my dog is staring at me because she says she knows I have food up here. And she's hoping that she's gonna get some. And no, you're not. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. They give you that death stare because they don't want food. So I don't know who is, somebody's on a Galaxy S10. Oh, Norma. Thank you for joining in. Okay. I think I might have to stop for a minute. This should be done, and I don't know what I did. I screwed it up somehow. Hold on just a second. It's real. So, okay, so somebody, it looks like Norma jumped off. Let me finish this. I'm gonna finish this in a few minutes. I don't know what I did. I don't even know what I did. But of course, when you're doing it live and you're trying to show people how easy it is, then of course it doesn't work. So another thing that I'm gonna make with this is I figured, okay, it's 7:45 at night. I'm going to take some lemon juice And I have to look at the recipe on here because otherwise, I will totally mess it up. A half an ounce of lemon juice. And I'm using my Easy Read ones because they work better. Let me see, half an ounce. I'm going to pour it here into my cocktail shaker. All right, a half an ounce of that. I'm going to take 1 ounce of the syrup. I feel like a bartender here. But this stuff smells so good. Right in there. And then I've got 1.5 ounces of gin. And guess what? When you have a 25-year-old, you always find these miniatures. I didn't want to open up a whole thing, so I'm going to be good and measure it out. I should have gotten her to open it for me. There we go. All right, 1.5 ounces of gin. And that's the whole thing. Close enough, right? And I think I am going to add some ice. So let me get a couple of pieces of ice in here. Alrighty, so now I'm going to take it. And I'm going to show you guys what I am making. Have you guys ever heard of a French 75? I hadn't. Oh God, now I'm going to get it stuck. There we go. Maybe that's why I shouldn't be a bartender. All righty, now I'm just going to strain this into my glass. And I'm going to top it off with some champagne. And I just opened it, so it was nice and fresh, and it bubbled over all into my sink. And you can be nice and fancy, and you can put a a lemon wedge or something on it. But okay, I'm gonna see what it tastes like. Wow. Sorry, I've never had one of those before. And I was gonna make a limoncello martini, but I didn't have, that's why this isn't on here. I didn't have something. I can't remember. I didn't have one of the ingredients, so I just made this one instead. I think I know why it wasn't working because I had it on crooked. But so that is pretty much all what I was planning to do. I did it a little bit over. I went over like 5 minutes, but do you guys have any questions, or is there any products that you want to see? No? Everybody's so quiet. Yeah, I can get this on right. And my hands are a mess, so you have to bear with me. But okay, so the other thing I was going to tell you guys is right after this, well, in 10 minutes, if you're interested in staying on, now my dog's back barking, and you want to watch another live. Remember, this was just my kitchen. This was something I didn't plan out. I didn't have, other than setting up a couple things and making these. I didn't have, it's not like a full cooking demo. So at 8 o'clock Eastern, our home office, our test kitchen, they put on every Tuesday night basically a cooking show. It's about a 30-minute demo. They're going to be showing off, I can't remember, it was entertaining products, I believe. But the neat thing about it is, I can share with you guys, they always give out a discount code on certain products that they're using. And it is a unique code specifically for you. So when you join in, or you register ahead of time and you join it in, you guys will get emailed that link. You can use that in the parties for, I believe it's 24 hours. The email will tell you that. But it's a great way to get a discount. And if it's on, if you're looking to buy those products anyway. So to find that, if you are back in the table party, it is in the same section where the links are. Or it says the live. If you're on the main page of table, the second section down, it says Pampered Chef Live. If you click on that, two things should have popped up. One should have been this event, and the next one is right under that. All you have to do is click, and it'll take you right to there. So if you guys don't have any questions, I appreciate you guys joining in, and I will be sending you the link to a survey in just a little bit. And I forgot, who was Zoom user?
Sheila.
Oh, Sheila, I'm sorry. As soon as you said this, sorry, now I remember. So,
Okay.
all right, well, I appreciate you guys joining in, and let me know if you have any questions, and we'll continue to have a great party. Have a good
Thank you,
night.
Tara. Good night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.